Hi guys and welcome back. Today I wanted to show you this makeup look right here. This is my go-to everyday makeup look. This is the kind of makeup I wear day to day, when I'm not doing anything fancy, just your average summer day. I will also wear this kind of look if I'm going to work. But I think it's really gorgeous, really easy to do. So if you want to see how to get this look right here, then stay tuned. Okay, so my skin is nice and moisturised and has got some SPF on. As it is summer, we need to wear some SPF. And for foundation, I'm going to use the new L'Oreal Nude Magique Cushion Foundation. This has actually got SPF 29 in, and I'm using the lighter shade, which is number 1. And I'm just going to apply that using my BH Cosmetics 117 angled face brush. Now, what I like about this foundation is that it gives a really lovely light coverage. So it does give me some coverage, but you can still see my skin underneath, you can still see my freckles, and that's what I really want with an everyday summer foundation. And because it's summer and we need everything to match, I'm just going to take some of this down onto my neck, as my neck is actually the palest part of my body. Okay, so that is the foundation. As you can see, it is a really beautiful light coverage, but it gives you a slight dewiness to your skin, which I really like for summer because I want this to look nice and glowy. Now I'm going to do some concealing, and I'm going to use my trusty Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer in the shade Fair Neutral. I'm not going to put too much on, I don't want it to be really heavy cakey concealer. Although it is the typical war paint style concealer, I haven't put as much on as I normally do. And I'm just going to blend this in, again using the same BH Cosmetics brush that I use for my foundation. Okay, so that is my concealer done. For powder, I'm going to use the Collection Pressed Powder in the shade 18 Ivory. And this is just a really lovely pale pressed powder that I picked up in Superdrug, I think I got this. It does smell quite a lot like talcum powder though. That's the only drawback I can find to this, is that it is quite talky. But it does a lovely job of setting all of my foundation, and I'm just going to set my entire face with this. Okay, so now my face is all set. I'm just going to do a little bit filling in on my brows, and for this I'm going to use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz, and this is in the shade Caramel. I don't want them to look too heavy or too defined. I'm just going to do a little bit of light definition. So I'm just going to brush them through with the spoolie, and then just lightly run some product through them in the slightly more sparser areas. And then what I always do is I always go back and brush them through again with the spoolie, just because I feel like it distributes all of the brow product in your brows really evenly. So I give them a good brush through. Okay, so there we go. We've got a little bit of brow going on, but not too much. Now I'm just going to move on and do my eyes, and this is my big secret for simple summer makeup. I'm going to actually use a face palette, and this is the Sleek Makeup Face Form Contouring and Blush Palette in the shade Light, and you get these 3 shades. Now what I love to do, because I'm all about keeping it simple, is I actually use the bronzer and the highlighter in here as eyeshadows. So first of all, I'm just going to take this bronze shade here and just run that through my crease a little bit. Okay, there we go, it's that easy. And what I'm going to do next is pat some of this highlight shade all over the lid. Okay, and then I'm just going to grab that blender brush again and just blend the two colours together. And to finish it off, I'm just going to take the smallest amount of that bronzy shade and just put a tiny bit on my lower lash line. Okay, that's it for eyeshadow, and now I'm just going to do my lashes. Okay, first up, because I really want my lashes to show up in this look, I'm just going to give them a quick curl. I'm really happy to say I finally got over my fear of curling my eyelashes, and it has made such a big difference to how my eye makeup looks now that I've actually started curling them. Now that I've finished curling my eyelashes, I'm going to go in and put on a couple of coats of this Max Factor Masterpiece Max Mascara, and this is actually in the shade Black Brown, and I really like to use a slightly more brown mascara in summer, as I think it's just so much softer on my eyes because I am so fair. Today I'm actually not going to put any false eyelashes on, which I know is quite unusual for me as I do tend to wear them quite a lot. But for my everyday makeup in the summer, I just don't feel the need to, so we're just going to stick with my natural lashes. Okay, moving on to the rest of my face, and this summer I have actually started doing something which I never thought I would do, and I've started doing a little bit of bronzing, weirdly. It's not full-on contouring, it's much more of a bronzing motion, which I think is quite unusual because I've always maintained for years and years and years redheads should never bronze. Seems like I've gone back on my words a little bit. But I'm going to go back in with that sleek face palette that I used earlier, and I'm going to grab the contour shade out of this palette. The reason I use this as a bronzer is it's slightly more warm tone, so it doesn't quite work as a contour for me, but I'm just going to bronze up the outer edges of my face very, very softly. So you can see the difference between that side of my face and that side of my face. It's not much, but it just adds a little bit of warmth and definition to my skin. Okay, there we go. That is all the bronzy contour that I'm going to do. And I just feel like it's put a little bit of warmth back into the edges of my face, which is exactly what I wanted. I'm then just going to go in and use the same blusher from this palette. Same blusher. Okay, so there's only one thing left to do now on the face, and that is highlighting. Got to use some highlighter because it's summer and you want to look glowy and fabulous. So again, same palette. Just going to use the highlighter that I used as an eyeshadow pretty much all over my face. Okay, so that is the highlighter done. And I forgot to do this earlier. I always forget to do this. I always like to put a bit of white eyeliner on my lower waterline. So I've just got the Kiko Fine Art Eye Pencil in shade 01, and I'm just going to run that on my lower waterline because I forgot to do it earlier. Okay, so that is the eyeliner done, and as you can see, it really just helps brighten up my eyes, make me look much more awake. Okay, final thing, and I'm just going to go in with the Gerard Cosmetics Colour Your Smile Lip Gloss, and this is in the shade Nude. I'm just going to put a little bit of this on my lips just to finish everything off. Okay, so that is it. This is my everyday go-to summer makeup look. It is really, really simple, really, really pretty. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Okay, bye!